Hi girls, so this week's video is about baby wearing, and I wanted to talk a bit about how my baby wearing journey has evolved from my first child, who was born over 11 years ago, to Amelia, who's now 2. So when I had Harry, I started using the Babywearing. And I guess I was lucky in the sense that he was a very small baby. He was born a couple of weeks early, and he was only 6'1" when he was born, and he stayed small for quite a while. So I was able to carry him in the Babywearing, and I really only used it for shopping trips. I never had a capsule or any of those, what are they called? Travel system type car seat. I had a convertible car seat, one that went from newborn to toddler, like to 4 it says in Australia, but I think they're getting better now. So I had to get him out every time I went anywhere, and I put him in the Bjorn. When we went shopping, grocery shopping or anything like that, I always took him in that. And I was able to carry him until about 6 or 7 months because he didn't grow really fast. He was a fairly small baby. When I had Charlie, he was a lot bigger, and he grew big fast. And I think I only really carried him in the Bjorn for 2 or 3 months because he came out at, I think he was 8 pounds something, and he was like 12 pounds something by the time he was 2 or 3 months old. He really grew fast, and he was big, and he was heavy, and it really hurt my shoulders. After I had a Matilda was when I found I became more of an attachment parent at that stage. So I had a few different carriers, and they were all made by work-at-home mums in Australia. I got them on eBay. I had a black pocket like hip carrier. I think that's what they're called. And then I had a ring sling, a stripy pink ring sling, which became my favourite carrier. I also tried a wrap, just a simple piece of cloth wrap, which was made of cheesecloth, I think. And I also had an ergo, but I didn't really like the ergo at that point. So the ring sling became my most used carrier at that stage, and I used that until she was about 2, and then she wanted to walk all the time. So, but again, I didn't carry her all the time. I didn't use it, all the time. It was only when I went to school to get the kids or went shopping, I used it then. With Amelia, I knew from the start that I was going to carry her all the time. So I had it's called a Hugger Bub, and it's similar to the stretchy Moby wrap. And she lived in that for the first 12 or 16 weeks. She had naps in it. I could walk up to school and get the kids, and I didn't have to wake her up. And it made the first 4 months of her life so much easier, because I fed her. I would put her in there. She'd sleep. When she woke up, I'd give her some time on the floor. When she started to get fussy again, I'd put her back in. Then I'd feed her again. It was unbelievable. It seemed like those 4 months just went so fast. And she fed well, and she never had any kind of reflux or colic or anything because she was upright all the time. So it was great. Eventually, she wanted to sleep and have her naps lying down, and because at that stage we were doing bed sharing, eventually I just fed her on the bed, and she went to sleep, and I, whilst she wasn't rolling, and she was well protected. I had side gates, there's one just there, like side things on the bed, so she could sleep there, and it was good. So as she got bigger, I started to use I bought an Ergo, and once again, it wasn't comfortable for me. So I think it's because I've got such a short torso, like my body is really short. So I always felt like it was constricting me, and it just didn't feel comfortable. Even on my back, it didn't feel comfortable. So I bought a converted Girasol wrap and used as a ring sling. I got it converted to a ring sling, and that was great for quick trips to school. And you know, if I was doing a quick trip into the shopping centre, I'd put her in that. And then eventually I bought another wrap conversion into a Mai Tai, and that was a Mai Tai, and that was a Girasol as well, and that was a beautiful, beautiful carrier. I loved it. It was so comfortable. I could put her on my back, I could put her on my front, and I could put it on and off really quickly. It was really good. The only problem I really had was when it was raining. Like if I went up to school and it was raining and I wanted to put her in that, it was a bit hard to wrap it all, because the wrap straps were so long to get it all around her without it getting wet. But it was so comfortable, and I loved it, and she loved it too. But eventually, probably 2 months ago, she started to fight me putting her in any kind of carrier she wanted to walk. So I've actually sold all my carriers except for, I've still got a cozy one that I still really like. So baby wearing for me with Amelia was unbelievable. Like I said, it made the first 4 months of her life so much easier. And I guess my biggest tips for baby wearing is to try a lot of different styles. I was a hopeless wrapper. I had a Diddy wrap at one stage when I had Matilda, and I could just not do it. And when I bought the first Girasol that I got converted to the ring sling, I couldn't do it. I couldn't get it to grip properly. I couldn't get her in the right spot, and I probably, had I persevered, I probably could have done it. But I liked my ring sling with Matilda, and so having the ring sling with Amelia was another good choice. So yeah, try lots of different styles. If the Ergo doesn't work for you, then try the Baco or whatever it's called, or the Boba. There's the apple and olive, I don't know what that one's called, but they all look really good, and they all are really good carriers. The Bjorn obviously holds the baby in the wrong position, and I cringe now when I see one, but at that point I didn't really know what I was doing. So yep, that's about it. I'll show you some pictures. I don't have any pictures of Harry or Charlie in the baby Bjorn, but I do have a few of Matilda and a few of Amelia, so I will post them at the end of this video just to show you, I guess, my evolution of baby wearing. So yep, that's me, and I'll see you later. Bye.